Hello YouTubers, a Someone Reviews here with a look at Transformers Combiner Wars. Finally, the Productobots. I actually almost forgot about this. Um, yeah. Here they are. This is the Combiner bits, and also another reason why the video was also delayed, because I was looking for Bruticus Combiner bits too, because once I'm done because what I was also doing with the Vortex video was I was going to review the Combiner Wars figures for them as well for Bruticus, and I have yet to do it. But now that things are kind of becoming warmer and I'm getting off and I'm not being as lazy, I'm going to be working. I'm going to be posting out more videos. I'm not going to buy like everything now, but just enough. So if there is some new figures down the line, it's just because I just kind of decided I want them. Still don't feel like getting everything still. Yeah, these were Scrambled City, so you can have the legs as arms, the arms as legs, turn the left to the right to the left. But if y'all remember my Abominus line, I'm just gonna do the G1 accuracy. So, which means these two are gonna be the legs, these two are gonna be the arms. And I got these in the wrong order. I just realized that. Eh. Yeah, this is the order that they're supposed to be. Blades is with Street Rise, Groove is with First Aid, and Hotspot is the torso. I am slightly hoping, just a little, just a little hope that we would get Age of the Prime's Defensor, because since I have Bruticus and Superion, you know, maybe like a new update, because there's a whole lot of there is literally enough clearance. They could have painted that blue, all that blue, and like right here, in like just like blue. Just if they just had blue right there, I would not be complaining. But yeah, without further ado, let's get them transformed. And yes, if y'all don't remember about Combiner Wars, these were the hand-foot guns. You would fold down the thumbs. There's the ports. There's like the handles, and they would become guns. And if you fold down the thumb, that would become a heel. Or if you folded this down and fold these out from inside the cavity here, it would become a hand. That's what we had back in the day. And no, I do not have any of the upgrade kits. I never did. I never wanted the upgrade kits. I actually originally just wanted Bruticus, but dealing with Bruticus kind of made me onto a whole combiner combiner rant bot pay. I did originally I did mention this in some of my older videos that I did own the original Othea with Jazz as the limb. I never got my hands on a green light, and my Jazz broke completely, because his whole entire chest and back area, was completely and utterly transparent plastic. If y'all don't remember that figure, it wasn't a good figure. And I finally did have an Othea with Jazz as the limb. He broke. I don't want to review. I don't want to review my Othea yet, until I will probably and desperately pay the ridiculous amount for a new green light. And once I do, I will review the Gear Girls. No, excuse me. I did just eat. Sorry about that. But I will tell y'all this: my Lancer and Nova Star, their hips are severely loose. They were in the Lancer is actually in the Transformers Generation Selects. And Lancer I got off of eBay. I don't think she came with a box. I think she came with a box. I don't remember. But yeah. Anyways. Combiner. We're gonna deal with the legs. The legs first. And the legs are simple. For groove, fold down the fold that down, stand him up, rotate this, unhinge, untab, fold out the arms like you're getting back into robot mode, fold it down. That fell off the ball joint. And what's supposed to happen is that you fold that in, there's a tab right here. Take off the guns, and then you will just fold that down, and that tab will just go right here onto the arm. Make sure there we go. Even for an older figure, this one has tight joints. Put the guns back on. And by guns, I mean he will just hold on to... Anyways. Rotate the head. Swing it back. Fold this down, tab it in, fold that down. You want to give him this gun, the Gatling gun, which was which is actually the only gun that's actually identical to Blades. And you just tab that into there. There's a peg and port. Fold this, tab that in right there, and that is a leg done. That is the combiner leg. And then all you do is just pretty much then all you gotta do is just put these back in. I don't know why I removed them. Just keep them in, and that is the leg done. Don't know why I removed the guns. You can literally just leave the guns right there. But as you can see, instead of having, as you can see, and yes, this does untab a lot. There we go. As y'all can see, these are sticking outwards instead of inwards. So yeah, that is how you do the leg. For groove. For streetwise is the prow mold. You just pretty much grab the gun, plug it to the side. I just kind of leave the guns onto the sides and whatnot. That's just pretty much combiner storage. But if you don't like that, you can just throw them in a bag and whatnot. I just kind of keep everything with them. Fold this down. Fold all of this down. come up here, fold the combiner peg out. I do leave the combiner peg outwards. I believe in the actual transformation, you're supposed to fold this up. But I just leave this out. It does swivel, it does rotate. But I just leave it exposed. And then you grab his gun, hand foot gun, tab that in. And that is the legs all done. And this is how you want the legs. If I did not go with him, if I had Groove, Rook, it would be different. I did not want Rook. My brother had Rook. Yes, the figure was a good mold, was a good transformation. So, when I review Combiner Wars Swindle, you will pretty much see he's just a remold. He's just a remold of him. Pretty much a remold of him. I did not, yes, he was, of course, lacking paint, blah, 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 2014 era. Still, to this day, some figures do lack paint, but that's not the point. But anyways, I never liked the official Hasbro, combiner of the Protectobots. Back in the day, that was actually one of the main reasons why I actually didn't buy the Protectobots back then, because I did not like it. I did not like how they removed someone and whatnot. But anyways, excuse me. First aid, remove the weapon here. Yeah, and this is a Ironhide remold too. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it is a Ironhide remold as well. And that's what I'm talking about. They did actually remold the remold figures to different molds too. So that's what I'm talking about when I review some Combiner Wars Swindle. You will see the Rook resemblance. And what you want to do is you want to come up here, remove this up, untab the arms. Still tight. Out of all my Combiner Wars figures, my Defensor here actually has really tight joints still. And yes, the plastic is really creaky. Fold the arm back. There's a tab and a slot right here that will just keep the arm in place. Fold that down. Do the same thing on this end. If it gets lined up. There we go. Fold these down. As you can see, tab those, untab this. Straighten out the arms. Fold the combiner bit out. Tab this in like you like the backpack. Straighten out the legs here. Rotate, you want the knee and the waist folded this way. Grab his handgun, plug that in, and that is the arm. Ready to go. Oh wait. And what you want to do, just pretty much tab this like that. There we go. But yeah, I did miss out a lot of the Combiner Wars stuff. The last combine, I really don't want to review my, Volcanicus because he actually, has the loosest joints in Combiner Wars. I mean, the sway swivel for Grimlock has become severely loose. I bought a second copy of Generation Select Swoop, which is the G1 toy color. Yes, my Volcanicus is the G1 toy color. I don't have the pretty Swoop with the blue chest and gold beak because that thing is hard to find, and I found that on Amazon on Big Bad Toy Store for like $15. The first figure I bought, it broke, so I bought a replacement, and the hips, just as much as the other one, it was loose. So yeah, not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna review that yet. Osea, I do want to, but like I said, my Jazz broke, and I never owned a green light, so I am trying to figure out how to do that. And also my Alita 1's not broken. On my Alita 1, she's not broken. A screw actually snapped in half. There's like these flaps that you fold out, that you fold, and those broke, and the screw just snapped in half. So yeah, that's fun to know. Remove the gun. Unlike Vortex, on my Combiner Wars figures, unlike my Vortex, I don't swivel this anywhere. I keep it just facing out. But you can have the thing like that or like that. But on Vortex, I believe I had it like that when I did the combine mode. That's just how I do it, but with Blades, I just keep it straight up. That's just how I actually keep him. What you want to do is you want to unfold his arms, untap this bit, move those up. Excuse me. Fold up his feet, fold these out. Go to the bottom, push these out, fold out the legs, orientate them, tab it all back in, tabs and ports right here. And this part here, oh, it's loosening up on me. Cool. Fold these down, fold out combiner bits. On the official transformation says fold his arms back and just do that. I don't do that. I actually keep the arms in place. Fold up the blades. And yeah, I really just don't move the arms, because they don't tab in anywhere and they'll just flop about, so I just pretty much replug those in. Grab the gun, plug the gun back in. It can be front or back, doesn't matter. Plug in the gun, and that is the limbs all done. Time for Hotspot. And if y'all don't know about Hotspot, he is actually the first of this mold. Onslaught is actually the retool of him. And I never did get the Victorion pack. Never did. I did want her, but I never did, and she is just pretty much a repaint of him. First of all, come here, untab the guns. As you can see, there's a tab on this end, and that will tab into the barrel in here. And that is literally the combine mode gun. You can do this with Bruticus, but I actually do use these on my as gun for the back guns for my Bruticus. So yeah, you can. These are the So yeah, that's what these guns originate from. Now then, come back here, untab all of this from that, rotate that, untab from here, just fold these out, fold up the feet, and that is the bottom half ready to go. Fold this down, fold these like this, so you want the tabs facing up. You want this to line up with that, so this will tab in. You will hear it click. You want to keep this down. Fold the arms back. And it is complicated. This is actually the only tricky part. You want to tab all of this into the ports right here. And you just got to try to line it up. Make sure that it's all okay. Y'all did not see that. I'm sorry. Y'all just want to fold up the arm. Fold that down. Do the same on this end. Just pretty much align everything here. Fold this down. You want to make sure that these tabs will slot in right here. Mine does have a tendency of popping out every now and then. Because I believe it's just like an old figure. And this was used. I did get this for a birthday from Big Bad Toy Store. A friend told me I could get whatever. And they actually had him in store. And I did go up and I did pretty much give it. This was actually $30. No joke, like $30. And I'm pretty sure it was $30 back then too. So I literally paid for the figure for the same price. And I never complained. But what you want to do is you want to fold the ladder backwards, untab it one more time, fold it to the back, fold this down, and there are actually slots right in here that these two tabs will fold into. If you hear the click, fold these down, come up here, fold this up, and rotate the head. And that is literally him in his combined mode. And he does have connectors. Okay, this is how the original official Hasbro look was supposed to be. He was supposed to be the leg. Alright, he was supposed to be the new leg. You would have bought a Legends class figure of Groove to be a chest plate. Okay? He was supposed to be a chest plate. And Rook was supposed to be the arm. I never liked that because I preferred this look. And yes, there is a really tiny Autobot logo right there, and that would have been blocked if you put that figure in. Just saying. And also, some of this would be covered up. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. So yeah, that would have been covered up and whatnot. Never liked it, never cared for it. I prefer the bare chest because you actually get to see the colors in the little Autobot logo. So there is that. And just like with Abominus, it is the Combiner Wars connector, so you just slide these in. And yes, as you can see, this side is loose. The peg is actually messed up. Like I said, it was a used figure, but it's not a stability issue. He has no problem standing up. And just like the other figures, he is horrible at posing. These were horribly posable. And then what you want to do is you just want to slide in the arm. And slide in the other arm. And that is Defensor all put together. And like I said, some of these were, most of these were bought on Amazon. I mean, from eBay. Were used. Streetwise, I believe, was the only figure that I bought in box. These two were bought in box. He was from Amazon. He was from eBay. These two were also from eBay, from the same person, used. They still, surprisingly, the paint damage wasn't horrible, except for where you plug in the axe. That's the only part that is actually damaged. And he was from Big Bad Toy Store in Conray. They did move. I'm never going back there. There was a lot of bad shady shit. There was shady shit. But yeah. Anyways, let's just say I never trust him again. But yeah, for the most part, I do actually like this. Do they hold up for the new modern stuff? No. But yeah, as y'all can see, if we get a better close, yes, he does do the whole hunchback. That's just the way the figures are. There's no getting around that. And as you can see, his head does scream Defensor. He does have blue in the eyes, silver for the face. The whole rest of the helmet is black plastic. This does not really tab in very well. He does have some... Yeah, that's what happens when you try to try to make him not as bad, because he either leans back that far or he will lean forward. You can't get around it. But there is, like I said, an Autobot logo right there. Red and silver does show. And the limbs are the bots themselves. Y'all seen, and yeah. Articulation wise, swivel at the head. Yes, I do have to hold it. It will pop out. Okay, I'm gonna use. It's windy. It's very windy outside. But yeah, he does do a full. Yeah, see, that's why I gotta hold the arm in place. That's why I wanted to show y'all, because if not, the arm would swing, or that would actually fall about. But yeah, you just want to hold on to all this, tap that back in. His arm does rotate fully in and out. Yeah, as you can see there, he's hunching forward. The waist is the elbow swivel. There is movement for the hips and knees as the double jointed arm. There is wrist swivel. You can open up the arm and kind of close the hand. Legs can move forward one click. Can't move back at all. You can kind of give him outwards. The knee is the swivel. You can bend the leg. You can bend all the way. And he does have ankle swivels, and that's it. He can't really bend. These figures were really lacking when you had them in combiner mode. And he can't hold the guns. If you have them in defeat mode, they do cover. But if you have them in the hands, you can't have the gun in. It does look weird because he's not actually... it does look weird because he's not actually holding it. But it does give you the illusion that he does hold the gun. Just fold in that, and yeah. Yeah, for the most part, old figure, I do like really, these figures are really clicky, are really squeaky, clicky. Old plastic, not the best. This was back in like 2014, 2015. And I believe he was part of Wave 1. And yeah, and then after a while we got, Titans Returns, then Power of the Primes. Which, speaking of Power of the Primes, I do want the little Prime Masters for the 13 Primes, so I could have not only the figures from Age of the Primes, but also Power of the Primes. I do only have Nexus Prime, which was from my Predaking set. Yes, I did get the Predaking set. That was actually a birthday gift from my mom. I was really super happy getting that. The Predacons were not is not a favorite of mine, but I really did wanted a Predaking in my collection. And yes, he has no stickers because I kind of sort of accidentally burnt them. I burned the box, and the stickers were burnt with them, and my brother never helped me out putting the stickers on. So yeah, my Predaking is pretty much stickerless and lacking of color. So yeah, when I review those figures, I'm not gonna complain about it being there's no color. It's more like I made a mistake when I was, I was 17, so I wasn't super young. I just kind of sort of forgot. So yeah, that's my part. Nah, I don't complain about it to this day. It's just me just laughing at myself because I got a naked Predaking. For comparison, here he is with the Volcanicus. So as you can see, and yes, and here's the proof that I do have these generations: Select Swoop, Clear Beak, Red Chest. If y'all had when y'all first originally got this set, got Swoop, he would have a blue chest and a gold beak. The coloration is exactly the same. The limbs and everything was exactly the same, except they put color in the beak and they gave him a blue chest. That's the only difference. I got the Generation Select because, one, it was the cheapest, and secondly, I actually wanted this swoop compared to the blue chest swoop. Because this was my way of kind of having the G1 toys. A modernized G1 toy. And yeah. Yeah. Not complain. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, So yeah, this was my choice doing. It's not me being a rebel and not getting the proper swoop. It was the cheaper option and a option that I actually wanted. And these are actually better because they do actually have these figures have ankle tilts. But yeah, this is from the Power to Primes line. Just to recap, Power to Primes and Combiner Wars are similar. They brought back the combining aspects from the first wave, from the first line, and the only difference is these bits here, these will come. The only difference is instead of the hand-feet guns, the hands and feet are considered called prime armor. It was just kind of their way of trying to integrate a feature. I never complained. I never was like, oh, rage, or people complaining about it. I never did. I just never really used that feature. I just mainly, use them for like the hands or feet. Just kind of threw them off to the side, and yeah, these transparent pieces would come off, form into like little guns, and then if you had like a tie-in master or a prime master, you would plug these in right here, and it would kind of simulate it being armor. So yeah, never did use that feature ever. Sure, and yeah. So here's Volcanicus, here's Abominus, a one figure that I did review. And yeah, and yes, the peg is on the thumb. So if y'all think that was weird, yeah, this is actually a lot weirder if y'all plugged in stuff. But yeah, as y'all can see, here's Abominus, and I'm pretty sure this is the G1 orientation to him. I actually did look up a guide. When I did review him, I don't think I mentioned it. I actually had to look up pictures of him for like a definitive G1 accurate. Yes, I know they are Scrambled City. I know I'm kind of boring on that aspect, but that's just how my mindset works. I do Scramble City sometimes, but not all the time. And also with Volcanicus, I'm pretty sure, I don't know the actual thing for Volcanicus. That's just how I have Volcanicus put together. I don't know if I have the limbs were on right, because Volcanicus was never really a character to begin with until Titans Returns. So that's just what I go with. I don't actually know if the limbs are even on right. And also, we also had and the prime in Power to Primes, we also had TCOGs. I mean Sigma of combinations for them. Grimlocks is actually kind of missing, because Grimlocks doesn't exactly have isn't like Abominus or Alita 1. I mean, Alita 1 also doesn't really have a good connection either. But he actually does. Reason why I keep his in his chest, because it actually does close up over it, and yeah. And unlike them, these never had that feature. So yeah, they took aspirations during the Combiner Wars and kind of made them better. I still believe Abominus was actually a really good choice, on my opinion, on my part. They actually did do good. He's actually one of my favorite. He's actually one of the ones that holds up the best as well. And last but not least, old meet new. Here we have Superion. And as y'all can see, Superion is actually a lot taller. I mean, not by much, but you can tell. And as y'all can see, he's kind of hunched over, and he's actually standing up straight. Well, I do have the legs kind of in a weird position, so there we go. There we go. And yeah, still really cool. I do like this. Yes, this is my only Superion. I did wish I had the Combiner Wars too. But this was actually really cool to get. I do love it. I am getting Nexus Prime, and like I said in some other videos, Nexus Prime, if we heard right, they're just giving giving Nexus Prime's Combiner bits, separate, and we believe that the skeletal structures are gonna go with the limbs too. And maybe, we don't know yet, but it would be really cool to have give Nexus Prime his own Combiner aspect to himself instead of using Bruticus's or Superion's bits. But you can totally do that. You can totally give Nexus Prime their bits and whatnot. I personally, I don't want to do that. I do want to give Nexus Prime like his own spin, because because he's supposed to be ancient. He's not meant to have modern. He's not a modern Transformer. He's supposed to be his own figure. So I really am hoping that does happen, because I do want kind of like my excuse to spend more money and get another Combiner. But yeah, really cool. Really do like these, old and new. I will be reviewing Brawl and Blast Off very soon, because like I said with the Vortex, I will be doing that with the others, kind of like show y'all what they look like from the modern to the old, and then get like a full comparison on when they are in Combiner. And yes, I am actually kind of looking for, for a benefit of the doubt, I'm just really hoping the pictures aren't garbage when it comes to what we saw with the legs of Bruticus. I'm really hoping he's not that stumpy, because Brawl, I did look at Brawl's box, and it was confirmed that he is a Voyager. He's supposed to be a Voyager, so I'm really hoping he's not going to be stumpy. But yeah. And yes, and also, with unlike this guy, you can't really make him look really good at all. If you use a click, his arms are too out. You can't halfway it, but here, as y'all can see, he's more proportionate, and he is more streamlined, so that's actually really cool. Yes, I still have the whole G1 aesthetic going. And yes, and similar to the Combiner Wars, you can scramble City Superion. You can swap, well, what I mean by that is, if you don't like the red on this side or the white on that side, you could mix them up. Or you could, take them apart and put his legs on him and his legs on him. Oh no. But yeah. Or if you want, you can put the jet shins on the opposite side. I personally, I don't care. This is G1, so yeah. That's what I go for. But yeah, yeah, really cool. Do love these figures. I do find them joy. I will be reviewing more figures in my collection. They're not gonna be pristine condition. I did have these for a while, so yeah. Find these if you can. If you already have them, just know that this was my childhood. I was 13, 14 when Combiner Wars was a thing. So yeah, this was literally my childhood. And even Cybertron, Armada, Energon, Robots in Disguise 2001 because I'm a 2000s child. And even the classics Ben 10s. All 4 seasons, Secrets of the Omnitrix, and Race Against Time, and Cosmic, and that one 3D animated show about that Way Big being Azimuth's dad. So yeah, and also Camp Lazlo. I'm really trying to find a whole collection of Camp Lazlo. But anyways, that's about it. Later.